Told him I ain't selling it for nothing less than lavish.
Nah, come on, man.
Draco made a hit with this one.
Yeah, and Jazzy had no chill.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? I was laying down for a minute, then I realized I should get up and just talk about how I feel. Today is like the beginning of the rest of my life, but it's still in the transitioning phase. So I think I'll talk more about it in about 2 days. Yesterday I found out that a lot of things that I was concerned about was none of my concern, not because it was none of my business, but because I didn't have any reason to be concerned about it. We have Royal here. Relax. And what that looked like is my car, because as y'all know, I sold my car a while ago. And also just like the things that I have to do. Come on, Royal. It's not easy to make time for things when you're involved among so much other people, but when you allow things to unfold for you, it makes a way. Hold on, y'all. Sometimes it's hard to remain patient or to give that extra push of energy, but something like my videos compel me, because I was actually going to lay down and I said, actually, I don't know if I recorded a video for today. And I think I might have, but I recorded it last night. So I'm going to just go with that and still and make sure that energetically, if there's a new energy that I'm feeling, that I capture it. I spoke on not necessarily feeling compelled to do more, because in this time I'm doing so much in such a small period of time. But there's also that element of second guessing the things that I do, because you want to make sure that it's right. Like when you have changes like the changes that I'm doing, you can't go back. You're selling things that are going to catapult you into another direction. You can't switch your mind. So I guess what I want to speak about in this video is talking about like the energy of assurance, like being assured that whatever felt right for you is going to be the ultimate right answer. Because I know even with me having a clarification or having a validation from other people around me and having the support where people acknowledge my life path, there's still moments within my life path where I recognize like, okay, I know I can do more, but also my body is telling me just to do less. And picking that first could lead to elements that's more aligned to you than what you think you build in. And we cut the deck on the high priest. And I like that because it's kind of reassuring me that the intuition that makes sense to me, the intuitive, the spiritual impact of things is very relevant. That thing that you may not have a fact or a practical knowing with, just understanding how it makes you feel is all that you need. We got the Page of Pentacles. Let's go with these two. Something interesting that happened to me today was, okay, so mind y'all, I'm in Houston, Texas. I haven't really been that interested in having friends just with me, because whenever I'm in a relationship, sometimes I feel like that's all I need. Like I don't need to communicate with other people. But long story short, there is a neighbor that I told you I've been communicating with, and since communicating with her, so many things has happened to her. There's been a circumstance where someone got arrested. She ended up moving out. It was just a lot of turbulence, and I think that God connected me to her for me to see comparison, but also for me to have someone that knew me in this area. So today we were just getting ready, packing things up, and I was so exhausted from that in itself. I almost didn't even record a video until I really sat down and thought about what did I do in my day. And I remembered that I actually didn't record a video. Even though I recorded a video from yesterday, I didn't record a video for me to record now. So long story short, she came by and she was just explaining and helping me see the bigger point of view of how she was feeling, and also like recognizing that maybe my energy would have played a bigger role in her life if I stayed longer, but me recognizing that the timing is perfect. It's sometimes to take that person to come in and just have that little influence in your day that can linger for a lifetime, especially when you're going through transitional times, which I feel like just as much as I am, she is. And that don't mean that her transition is taking her out of the Texas, but the transition is something that can impact her whole life and the decisions that she make as well. So we're on like two little aspects, because I could say I'm a little bit more excited for my future and she's a little bit more nervous, but even within that there's still a lot of uncertainty and a lot of things that you have to continue to grow through and learn from before you could be comfortable to even say that you know exactly what direction you're going in. And when I look at this card, that's kind of what it tells me. It's like you had that one blessing and you're ready and you're basking and you're putting yourself in a circumstance to learn exactly what that means to you, guiding into a more natural, organic, and that's why I believe that she's out in nature mindset. Let's see what this Page of Pentacles talking about. Interesting. It says the page is truly dedicated and focused on their goals. She might be young or inexperienced, but she has the drive and determination needed to venture forward. Don't disregard this person. They are truly talented and will rise to the occasion when it comes. But if the page is you, it's time to focus up and commit to that thing you've been daydreaming about. Start taking concrete steps to bring that magic into the world. And that's exactly what the energy made me feel when I got out of bed. Because sometimes there's so much for me to do and so much for me to express that I feel like I can never express it like exactly in the way that I would like. But then there's also that motivation of just taking one step at a time and do things like this video. So at least if nothing else, I remember how I feel. And it's funny how I say don't disregard her, because even if she's new into the game, she's true into the game and she has something that's worth building upon. In alignment with that, we're going to go and look at the High Priest, see what the High Priest is talking about. I'm not really sure if that's a main arcana, but I feel like the High Priest, to me, it sounds like to know. Oh, it is major arcana. So it says there are deep secrets and many mysteries in life. The High Priestess knows the path towards them. She sits on her throne with her laptop full of secret knowledge and wisdom, pensive but inviting. Behind her, a veil of pomegranate suggests a desire for answers is there, but we may not be ready to lift the veil of mysteries. The moon at her feet seeks to awaken our unconscious and open us up to hidden things and the stranger parts of existing. Be still. Sometimes the greatest power comes in knowing that you do not know anything. You come up against the truth that more self-knowledge is needed, and it's time to reflect in order to grow. Explore your subconscious through meditation, through tarot itself, through study. It's not time to make big decisions right now. So something I can say about both of these cards is reassuring that the answers don't have to be made, but there's a reassurance and there's a connection to the right answers in time. Developing myself and understanding that it don't have to be perfect. I don't need to know. Like, continuing to walk towards that path of unknown is fulfilling, because now you're creating something that is for you, something that makes sense to you in time, even if it doesn't right now. I feel like there's no need to reiterate the same things, but what I could learn from these cards that I pulled today is that in this waiting period of me feeling like I know exactly what direction that I'm working in, I'm actually learning faith. I'm seeing how faith looks and plays out into the world in regards to me having an assurance that everything is going to be okay. And with that, I just am happy to give my little time to the metaverse or into just my future self. And yeah, until tomorrow, y'all. Peace. Y'all know this was Khalifa Shay, by the way. You don't know, now you know. We love Wiz. Y'all have a good night. See y'all tomorrow.